Because sometimes you just need some comfort food, right?
Yeah.
And we did the math. This whole meal costs about 10 bucks total, and you barely need anything to make it happen. Check it out. You're gonna need some iceberg lettuce.
The crunchiest.
You're gonna need a pound of ground beef, but we're only gonna use about 12 ounces. I would do 1 medium-sized shallot, a jalapeno, and I like jalapenos because you're not committing to a whole bell pepper for one meal.
Agreed. And
So-
jalapenos are hardly ever spicy anymore anyway.
Yeah, it's basically just a little bell pepper. Some people might be like, ew, American cheese, that's gross. Well, if you think American cheese is gross, just go to your deli counter and see if they have American cheese there, because it's usually a much higher quality American cheese, and they might even have white American cheese, which is really fun and interesting. About a 1 pound potato and some cherry tomatoes just to go on top.
That's a potato.
Yeah, so first, tater tots. This, as Claire has stated, is a potato.
Big old regular.
This is a russet potato. This one weighs about 1 pound. And the way that I'm gonna treat this is first I'm gonna peel it. All right, so we'll get a big boiling pot. We'll throw our little potato in there and we're gonna cover it with water. Now we're gonna throw that on the stove and bring it to a boil. And once it starts boiling, we're gonna set a timer for about 7 minutes, because we want it to be real warm on the inside and almost cooked, but not fully cooked. So after a 7-minute bath in some boiling water, we're gonna cut this puppy in half, and I'm gonna let it steam out until it's cool enough for me to handle
It looks so neat.
with my bare hands. It looks cool. That's cool. And we're just shredding
Just shredding your little heart out.
like Metallica.
Nut.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice and warm. Very kind of sticky already, which is good. So now to our shredded potato, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And you know how I like to do, you could go right in there, but I'm gonna pulverize it.
Yeah, it's not a liquid.
No,
And we want to make sure we get salt throughout.
all over the place. It makes the salt saltier somehow. Pulverized teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of granulated garlic, also half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of dried thyme. Ooh,
It smells good.
it already smells good. 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and as the resident professional suggested, we're going to use 2 forks to fluff this flour and spice mix into our potato.
Make sure you be scraping off the potatoes on the fork.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep it light.
Keep it light. Don't smoosh it.
Yeah.
It definitely needs a little kick, so we're going to add half a teaspoon of a hot paprika. Now, don't be like us. You should add that in the beginning, because now I got to mix it again. It is time to tot. I've got my little bowl of water right here, like hot water.
Okay.
I can just kind of dip my little fingies in there. Ah!
Look at that.
I mean, if you wanted to buy a bag of Tots, would that be so bad?
No, not at all.
Not at all. This is just a blast, though.
Yeah. I mean, y'all know when we cook, most of the time we hang out in the kitchen together.
That's what it's for. That's why we have a cooking channel. It's like, this is just what we do. Keeping them small and making a ton of them is the best, because surface area is always your friend.
Yeah. And then you get to feel like you're eating a lot.
I think I had seen this method before, where after you shred it, you kind of chop down the shreds a little bit so they're short. But I got to tell you right now, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of these little things that are sticking out.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the best method for doing these is to do them individually into the oil.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a better individual seal.
This way, they're not going to stick together, and you can kind of gauge the action. If you drop a bunch of them at a time, there's still moisture in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is going to interact with the oil, and that can be dangerous. So it's a good idea to just kind of plop them in one at a time. Keep them far apart. And they're going to form their own little outside seal individually, and that way not stick together. 2 minutes is the time.
Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, Larry. Whoop. Make sure to hit those with some salt as soon as they come out. Boy, these look great. You seeing these? Okay, for the chopped cheese meat mix. Ready?
Yep.
1 shallot, 1 jalapeno.
Let's get that grass-fed beef, y'all. Grass-fed beef.
All right, so we're gonna pull 12 ounces from this pound. It's a good portion for 2 people, 12 ounces. A pound is a lot. And if you're wondering what you're gonna do with that 4 ounces of meat, I've got a good little dirty rice recipe on the shorts feed you can check out.
It is very good.
Yeah. I love iron, so I'm gonna use an iron pan. Let me get this thing smoking hot.
Yes,
Well, maybe not smoking,
but like hot.
pretty hot. Before it goes down, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on side 1 of the meat. We're about 375 on that, so that's perfect. If you've got 80-20 or 85-15 even, don't put any fat in the pan.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. It's in the meat. Let the meat provide you with the fat. While we're working on that sear, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt on side 2 of the meat.
That is City Cajun spice blend. It's got white pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, black pepper,
Oh,
a little salt. It also has thyme and parsley.
all right.
It sounds right.
It sounds right and it smells right. I'll check the timestamp to see how long that was.
That's a nice barky little sear right
It
there.
looks fantastic. Fantastic. So once we got a sear on the other side,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my little spatula and I'm gonna go.
Oh. Oh my God, it's like you chopped it up.
Add these veg. Can't really see the pot, but I promise they're going in there.
There it is.
With the vegetables, we're gonna add our City Cajun spice. A little mixy poo. Now I'm gonna turn the heat down to a low so I can just kind of sweat those vegetables. And in the meantime, we're gonna get our salad things going. Shrettuce is essential.
Shrettuce.
I like to pick up the little icebergs because we have a much better chance of actually going through the whole thing.
Yes.
You can kind of see and they're all the same price.
Yes.
You know, you are kind of getting screwed,
No, you're not.
but you know,
You're not throwing it
you're not
away
throwing half of it away.
or eating oxidized lettuce.
Right.
And you can kind of see that he has got his little claw fingers as close to that edge of the lettuce head as possible.
Like barely enough room for the blade. We're gonna cut some little cherry tomatoes just in half. With the cooking for 2 philosophy, grabbing a big tub of cherry tomatoes is a lot smarter than getting like a whole tomato, because a whole tomato is gonna be too much for like one dish.
Yeah.
This is an excellent way to bring fresh tomatoes to the party and not worry about like wrapping it up, putting it in the fridge, and then it's gross and then you hate it. You do a little quick wipe.
I think you just made it worse.
I made it worse. The veggies are nice and sweated, but they're not overdone. You still get a little bit of texture out of them. And we're just gonna throw that American cheese right on there and just let nature take control.
There it goes. Bye-bye, cheese.
See you later, buddy. To top this off, we're gonna make the best sauce in the universe. It's very complicated ingredients. I hope you can follow me. It's mayonnaise and ketchup.
Pink sauce.
And this is the tricky part. You gotta stir it. Yeah. I'm just gonna lay it on there.
Just like
I don't think there's any other way to do it, really.
I think you're right. Ooh, Lord.
There's nothing elegant about this.
Come on, Big Pink. Oh yeah. And you have to wave the bowl. Even if there's nothing coming out, you already
You
have
gotta
to
start waving it.
You gotta be waving the bowl. If you don't, you're just gonna get a big bloop.
Give me a big glop. Oh man.
I'm very good.
What? Well, we hope you try this because it's amazing. And thanks for sticking around. If you made it all the way to the end here, guess what?
Kitchen Club.
You're in the kitchen club. Welcome.
So like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And tune in next week for more awesome food. For two. I like that ending.